Yeah, thank you, sir, very much. So thanks, all of you, for joining Senator McEachin and me this afternoon. You know, I'm a new member of Congress, but I've been a businessman for 42 years. And I'd like to talk to you today about Donald Trump's failed business record and the dangers that he actually posed to Virginia families. Yesterday, Hillary Clinton gave a speech in Atlantic City where she highlighted Trump's history of leaving a wake of destruction in communities where his companies had a presence. By the way, I've long felt in our family business that our job was to build up communities rather than destroy them. As Hillary said, Atlantic City, quote, says everything you need to know about how Donald Trump does business. It's not about what he can build, it's about how much he can take, end quote. So Donald Trump's business record in Atlantic City really speaks for itself. Numerous bankruptcies, stifled contractors, hundreds of jobs lost, and Trump came out on top. Donald Trump's promise that he would, quote, do for the country what I did for my business, end quote, is a clear warning for why voters cannot allow him to endanger our economy from the White House. So we just can't let Donald Trump do to Virginia what he did to Atlantic City. Yet Trump intentionally ran up huge amounts of debt. He borrowed at high interest rates, even after promising regulators that he wouldn't, and then he defaulted, bankrupting his companies 4 times. So while his workers, investors, and contractors struggled, Trump walked away with millions. The amazing part is he still brags about it. It's not just Atlantic City. This is a pattern with Donald Trump. That's why he's been involved in more than 3,500 lawsuits over the past 30 years. As I was getting ready to speak with you guys today, I thought about the 42 years of our little family business, my brother, my dad, my sister, now my daughter. And I think you can count on one hand the number of lawsuits we've had over 42 years. Trump has had 3,500 lawsuits over the past 30 years. And many of those lawsuits were filed by ordinary Americans and small businesses that didn't work for Donald and never got paid. Not because he couldn't pay them, but because he could stiff them. And again, I draw the contrast with my own business career, where we would always want to pay the little guys first because they're the ones who need it most. They're the ones who need the cash for payday. Donald seems to do it the exact opposite. Trump says he's a businessman, and he claims that this is just what businessmen do. It is not. As a businessman myself, I'll tell you, don't believe him. And if this is how Donald Trump treats his business, we can trust that he would do the same to America as president, and we just can't risk that. So I'm very grateful, and thankfully for us, we have Hillary Clinton as our Democratic nominee. As many of you saw, today she proposed new small business policies to crack down on bad business actors like Donald Trump and to protect small businesses and workers. And in her plan, Hillary commits to giving small businesses the ability to fight back against fraudulent big businesses that repeatedly stiff them when the bill comes due, like Donald Trump did. Hillary will leverage hundreds of billions of dollars in federal contracting to make sure that small businesses get paid faster and expand programs that put more working capital in the hands of small business owners so they can thrive and grow. My dad told us for years that businesses don't fail for lack of profit, they fail for lack of cash. So we can put working capital in the hands of our small business owners. This will be great for Virginia's economy. Hillary's plan could really have huge impacts here in Virginia. These proposals would provide new protections and support to Virginia's more than 145,000 small businesses, more than 1.4 million employees. And Hillary's proposals and vision are in stark contrast to Donald Trump's dangerous record. She has a vision for an America that's stronger together with an economy that works for everyone, not just those at the top. But Donald Trump's vision is one in which he profits, even at the expense of American workers and small businesses. It was just astonishing to me in the middle of a presidential campaign that he'd go to Scotland to open up his new golf course. By the way, not even having anything to say about Brexit or all that was going on in Europe. As he said, someone asked him about why he wasn't talking to European leaders. He said, what do I need to talk to them for? So anyway, with that, I'd like to give my friend, my future congressman from Virginia's 4th Congressional